more juicy Titanfall information. Let's go over it quickly, shall we?
Yells!
What is up, YouTube? It's Ubu the Tech Guru coming straight at ya. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fan-tiddly-astic. And today I'm going to be bringing you some news about Titanfall. And yes, I'm sure you guys have all seen the news around the water cooler, around the Twitterverse, about the minimum PC requirements. They have been officially announced. But I also have some information about the beta dates, which we all think we know when the beta is going to be, based on a French poster advertisement. One of the leading retailers in France for games, leaked an image of the Titanfall beta. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit, and then I'm also going to touch on the Xbox 360 developers, which were also announced. So we might as well talk about the minimum PC requirements, and they're actually pretty low in my opinion. If you think about the type of game that it is, a first-person shooter, really fast-paced. I've heard that it's based on the Source engine, so you don't need a super beast machine like if you want to play Crysis 3 on PC on ultra settings. You need like the best of the best. These are in fact the minimum requirements. They aren't the recommended or they aren't the optimal PC requirements. So they are as follows, and this is a tweet from Vince Zampella, a Respawn person. He says that the minimum is going to be a 64-bit Windows installation of either 7, 8, or 8.1. Minimum CPU is going to be an AMD Athlon X2 2.8 GHz or an Intel Core 2 Duo 2.4 GHz. They are requiring a minimum of 4 GB of RAM, and your video card will need at least 512 megabits of VRAM. And they're saying a Radeon HD 4770 or a GeForce 8800 GT. So those are, pretty modest PC requirements. I would think any gamer nowadays has a PC that pretty much, I would say, meets these requirements. These requirements here are over. This hardware was released probably 5 years ago, so I think, somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but, these PC requirements are, again, like I said, they are the minimum. They're not the recommended or the best hardware requirements for the game. But it's good to know what the minimum requirements are so people can prepare for the beta. Now, that takes us into our next topic, the Titanfall beta. I already did one video on it showing a French a game retailer in France had a poster stating that there was a beta on February 14th through February 19th. And lo and behold, it still hasn't been officially announced by Vince Zampella or anybody from Respawn. If you take a look at his tweets, he kind of leads you into thinking that it is going to, in fact, be February 14th through the 19th, but there has been no official date announced yet. Someone on Twitter, there's an image on the screen now, someone on Twitter said, after he tweeted that he needs to put a build through certification and pass before he officially announces the date for the beta. Somebody replied back and said, the date is already out, Vince. And they show an image of the French gaming retailer, of showing the dates for the beta. And then he responds and says, that's a lot of reprinting if something goes wrong. And then he does the little smiley thing with the colon and a P. So, I think that kind of nails it down that the beta will in fact be on February 14th through the 19th. But here's another interesting tweet that's on the screen right now about the beta itself. It says, beta codes will not be region locked. So, that now brings into light, the beta will not be an open beta? Really? I mean, this says beta codes. So that would lead me to believe that you're going to have to get a code to be able to play the beta. So now the next question is, who gets the codes? You know, there is another tweet out there that says that you do not need to pre-order the game in order to, you know, get in on the beta. But obviously by the tweet that I had on the screen there, the beta codes will not be region locked. That leads me to believe that there are codes to get into the beta. So that's obviously, how do you get a code? That's going to be up in the air. I mean, is it going to be a select few like the alpha? Or, you know, just a few more numbers? They're going to send out more emails? I would strongly suggest people create an Origin account, get yourself using Origin, so that if it is tied to that, you know, you hopefully get into this beta. And last but not least, we'll talk about the Xbox 360 developers. And they, Vince announced it on Twitter that the developers are going to be the amazing team at Blue Point Games. Now, the team over at Blue Point Games they're a team that they specialize basically in technology-driven console and game engine development, and with the focus on delivering the highest possible quality to publishers and gamers alike. Now, it might sound like I'm reading this right from their website, because I am. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've never heard of Blue Point Games, and I don't know if you guys have heard of them either. But some of the work that they've done is they've remastered the classic PS2 games in high definition for the PS3 and the Xbox 360, like Metal Gear Solid HD, the whole collection, the God of War collection, and Ico and Shadow of the Colossus collection. They've also shipped original titles like Blast Factor, which was the first available downloadable game on the PlayStation Network, and they've developed their own proprietary game engine called the Blue Point engine. One of their most recent developments is basically the game called Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate, which is a PS Vita game. That game is being developed using the Blue Point engine. So, you know, I guess we haven't seen any Xbox 360 coverage yet of Titanfall. Me personally, I don't even have an Xbox One, so I don't think I'll be, and I don't know if I want to get it for an Xbox 360 unless they have some type of upgrade path, you know, if that's like maybe if you buy it for the 360 you can upgrade to the Xbox One version for $10 or something. If they had that, I might get it for the 360. Otherwise, I'll be playing it. I think I'm going to get it for the PC since I just built this beast of a rig here. I have a nice i5 4670. I'm going to have a GTX 760 in here with 8 gigs of RAM. You know, it's going to be a powerful enough machine to play this game. And I guess this is other news that I'll throw in there is the game will ship with Xbox 360 support, controller support. So within the PC version, you'll be able to play the game with an Xbox 360 controller. And they also tweeted that there is aim assist in the game for PC gamers that are using an Xbox 360 controller. Now, you know, some people might complain like, oh, you get aim assist if you use a controller, you might as well do that. No, I would still think it's barely, you know, making the playing field level, because if you're a PC gamer that knows how to keyboard and mouse game, you're way more accurate with a keyboard and a mouse than you can ever be with the thumbsticks. I mean, the thumbsticks on controllers are, you know, pretty inaccurate compared to the precision of a mouse. But it is really cool that they're, you know, the PC version of the game will support Xbox 360 controller. That makes me really happy and makes me, you know, more interested in buying the PC version until I get an Xbox One. Hopefully you enjoyed all this information rounded up into one quick video. Well, I know it wasn't really quick, I apologize for that, But make sure you leave me a rating, leave me a thumbs up if you like the information. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to have plenty of Titanfall, more Titanfall information and gameplay coming. And that's about all I got tonight, guys. Until next time, I'll smell you when I smell you.
Ubu out.